Hello all, welcome back to my channel, and today we are on the topic of S3 in AWS. And S3 everyone knows as simple storage device, but the main purpose of S3 is to store the objects or anything related to VPC flow logs, cloud trial, files and everything. And one more thing, and we have to remember why we need S3 is to storage objects in any objects related to files. You can also store website, and in this video we are going to live demonstrate how to host a static website into S3 bucket and make it live. That was the best thing we can notice in this video, and other topics also we will clear, but stay tuned and watch till the end so that you can also enjoy this watching S3 tutorial, and also you can perform in live demo. And you need to remember S3 is a global specific. What is global specific? See, in S3 whatever you naming convention, suppose test 1 2 3, if you allocate in the region of Mumbai, the same name doesn't available anywhere, even in the US East 1 used to do his anywhere doesn't available this name. That is the reason we call global specific. One name doesn't available in anywhere. And in total S3 there is 34 regions available. That what that mean? In one region we can use up to 10 TB bucket. Total you can create up to 3400 buckets in one account. So in one bucket you can create maximum of 10 TB. That is restricted by AWS. And other thing what we can use of an S3 bucket is to store objects, to upload, download. You can also change the rename, whatever you name you made, you can rechange also the name. Also you can make whatever the objects, you can store it, you can make it public also, so that anyone access around the world can use that link. That link anyone can access, and they can download also, they can watch anything. And also there is the option of delete, so you can delete also. You can encrypt by using keys also. And one more thing, everyone knows S3, but there are 4 type of storage classes, and by default anyone who created S3, by default standard is allocated, and other is available is standard IA, which when it is, if you want to use infrequent access, we can allocate a standard IA. And other, if you don't use much less, we can allocate reduced redundancy. And if you don't want to use much, once in a year, or we cannot store, as we can use as glacier. Why? It is less cost compared to standard. And another concept which we'll do live demo today is life cycle rules. What is life cycle rules? Suppose if we create standard IA for one bucket, we can put some time days. Suppose if we keep like 30 days, for out of 4 types, by default we get the standard IA. If we don't use for a certain period of time, it will relocate it to glacier. Why? We can reduce the cost, so that cost optimization will be happen. We can do it live demo today, how to do it life cycle. And in S3 also available is versioning. What is versioning? Suppose if you enable versioning, Suppose if we store another objects, that old objects also stored in that bucket by using versioning. Suppose 1.0, 1.1, and new buckets, whatever objects we store, it will be renamed as new number 1.1. Suppose if we store another objects 1.2, so old objects won't be deleted and it will renamed. And today we are going to host a static website. That are the best thing in this video, and I will make you live demo. Watch it and enjoy. By using static website hosting, and also we will do CAR DR. What does that mean? Suppose if we store some objects and it will be available in other region. Suppose if we use here Tokyo region and we store the objects, and if you enable this option, all the objects also available in another region. Why does it mean? Suppose any disaster happened here in that region, for higher availability we can enable into available in other regions, so that anything happen here available here. And you need to remember one thing, CRR-DR follows source to destination. What does it mean? You can ask to follow in the flow of source to destination. It doesn't follow destination into source. You need to remember that. So any object you upload here, it will be visible here into destination. But if you upload anything in the destination, it doesn't available into source. You need to remember when you are applying this option into CAR-DR. And now we will do how to create a new S3 bucket. First, in the console we need to search S3. It will be available. You just need to go create a bucket, and here I was taking, you can take any region. I was taking Mumbai, and remember it is a global specific. Here I was taking test AA 121. See here allocated Mumbai, but this name doesn't available anywhere in the global. What does it mean? The name which you put here has to be not available anywhere. That is unique name has to allocate here. Then only it will be available for you. It is and next option is object ownership. You can give the ownership to other accounts also here. If it doesn't mind, we can enable here the object whichever you upload, it will be owned for other objects, like other accounts you can make. For best you can enable here. And you can disable here. Suppose whatever objects you need to upload here, if you want to available outside of the AWS account, like in the URL, you need to untick, then only it will available outside of the world. And AWS say that I need to acknowledge. Okay. And here before I said like versioning, you need to enable, then only the objects whichever you uploaded, new objects will be created and old objects will be stored by using like numbering, like new versioning. And these are related to encryption types, and we will make a separate tutorial on how to do encryption. And just create. Congratulations, you created the first bucket if you follow my tutorial, and parallel you did. And our new bucket is created. And now we will create See, we will go into in depth. We will go into option like, suppose if you want to upload static website, you need to follow go to properties and you need to go end of, there is the option of static website hosting. You need to enable, then only it will be possible to make it enable. Before that, you need to upload all the static website data. You can like search Google host static website. Like you need to download the static website files. Just download static website hosting, any examples, sample, or any can download anywhere, like anything. Just search it and you will get to know. Let me free static website templates. You can download any templates, download it, and you can host it. Any example, I downloaded one website static. You can download anything in the free version and you can test it. So I was going to upload. You can download file or anything, you can do it. I am going to do all files, open. You can upload it, it will get uploaded. Close it. Before, remember one thing, if you want to host a website, static website, you need to enable the files, make it public. So you have to select here the option make public using ACL, then only the objects will available outside by URL. Now it is get public. Only making public doesn't happen. You need to go and enable the option of host static website. You need to go follow permissions, scroll down, properties, yes, properties, scroll down, you need to, it was disabled, you need to make it enable, for index page. You need to make name as index.html. Whatever the website you make it, it is available here. So for that, make it enable. If you want to redact any URL, you can mention here, or else if you want to if any error option, you can make it error. But these HTML index.html is mandatory. These are optional. If you give it or not, they are not required, but must. But if you want to give, this option is must. Index.html. Save changes. Boom. You will get a link. Run it. You will host a website now. See, congratulations whoever followed this tutorial and did, and you have successfully made static website, and one task is done, and we will go and do it. Another thing, life cycle management. What is now? We will go into life cycle management. Okay, what is lifecycle management? As I mentioned before, AWS provide lifecycle management. Why? Suppose anything you upload in one bucket, if you don't use for long time, it will be like cost will be high, standard. But if you want to use for long time like Glacier, it is less costly and you can use for artifacts for long time. So it will less costly. For that you can make time delay. Like suppose if I don't use for 30 days, you can make convert into Glacier from standard to Glacier. If you don't use like 30 days, you can put time delay. Like after that it will convert into standard to Glacier, so the cost optimization will be happen. That is for the reason you can use for life cycle management in S3. And now we are going to do how to do life cycle management here. Now if you want to enable life cycle management, suppose I upload some files. Let me upload some files and I'll make it. I'll show you. I'm going to upload the same. Uploaded. Upload. Now it was uploaded. To make lifecycle management, you need to go to option of management. Then you can see create lifecycle management. Give any name as per. I am just giving lifecycle role. And you need to give any prefix. I am just giving ON1. And you need to tick this option. Like you need to change from one to another. Then only it is available. So now it was in standard IA. You can change after how many days you need to change? 30 days. Now it will transition to life cycle. Now this will be translated to 30 days, after it will be created to another if you don't use for 30 days. This is a way how you can create like life cycle configuration. Now we will do CRR SLR. Like how do we do? What does it mean? Whatever if you don't want to, let me create a new page. In S3 bucket 1, it is bucket 2. It was in region of Tokyo. It was region of Mumbai. Suppose to make it, as I mentioned before, whatever you uploaded here, it has to be available in other region, and it has to flow from source to destination, not vice versa. Why we need to make it high availability? That was the reason you can make it. And how to do it? Now we'll gonna see how to do it. First, to make it, go to buckets. For time constant, I already created bucket 124 in the region of Mumbai and 125 in the region of North Virginia. So just go to 124 the bucket, go to management. We already did life cycle rules. Now here we are replication rules. Create replication, select it, give any name. I'm just giving replication role 1. Just select it. If you want to apply it to one specific rule or multiple, I'm just going to select all the objects whichever gonna upload. And you can select in this bucket or any other account. Like I'm just going to do this account only. So I am selecting this region. Why? It was in another region of North Virginia. So I was gonna select this, choose path, boom. And you need to remember, you can create a new role. By default AWS will create, or if you have any existing will be created. And if you want to encrypt, you can encrypt here, and you need to select here RTC, replication time control, save changes. Now my bucket is empty. Now whatever I uploaded, like I will show you live demo. Now bucket 124 is empty, bucket 125 is also empty. I will show you. It was loading, just a minute. See, the bucket 125, the region of North Virginia, also empty. You don't see anything here. As mentioned, you don't have any objects in the bucket. Now I will upload some objects in 124, and you will notice the same objects in 125. Upload, close. If you want to make it public to outside world, select, go to actions, make public, if you want to make it outside public, select public. Now what you notice here in the bucket of test A124, you will see the objects. But if you visit A125, you will notice, but it was time constant. You need to wait some time, little time there, because AWS takes some time to make it visible. You need to wait for some time. Reload. Yeah, I've noticed the objects before it is not available, now it is available because of CRR SR, because for high availability region. And we will cover other topics how to do it, and we'll go to test A121, the bucket of, and we will see what other things which we are explore the topics inside. What are the things in the objects we can make all the upload the objects in properties. If you want to change bucket versioning, and if you want to give high security, and for that reason you can make it this multi-factor authentication, and these are the, if you want to change later the encryption types, and you can change the settings here. And this is for server access login. Suppose if you want to store the request logs and everything, CloudWatch, anything, we can make here the store. And this is AWS Cloud Trial. If you want to make to store whatever the data which we are doing, the APIs, and we can store from this configure in Cloud Trial, and you can store into S3 bucket of creating for this. And event notification. What is event notification? Event notification is any notification we do any changes, and we can make it to visible to here for one bucket, like. And if you want to for multiple like users for one account, and we can enable this Amazon event bridge. And these are options we already did notice static website hosting. and other is permissions. Permission is like, as I mentioned before, to make it public. And if you want to create our own bucket public policies, and if you want to do it, and we can make note right here and we can do it. And metrics, and we can notice like what are the total bucket size and also what number of storage objects number we did, we can notice here. And it is a newly created bucket, so it was no data. And for management, we already did like how to do life cycle roles, and they also did like replication roles. And it is inventory configuration. If you want to generate flat files of one hour objects, you can report here also. And access point, suppose if you want to like edge location, it is to available other region, like we can create here access point. And we successfully did explode all the options available in S3 bucket, and we did in this whole tutorial static website hosting and CRR DLR, like for high availability how do we did, and also we did life cycle management, all we did practically. And if you like this video, like, comment, share with your friends who are interested in learning AWS, and subscribe. Don't forget, subscribe this channel. Thank you, and we will come back into next tutorial on highly demanded subject of AWS. Subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.